When it comes time to pass from this world, many people want to leave a lasting impression, and sometimes that final word or thought is said on a person's headstone. And in today's Straight Talk segment with our funeral directors, our friend Beth Buxton from Edwards Funeral Services is here to look at the many creative ways that people are creating headstones. And Beth, apparently they are from heartfelt to hilarious.
There's so many unique ways to memorialize that lasting stone, that place that people come to visit. It's what people see after death occurs, is your stone.
Before we go further and we're talking about different ways people can do it, I am assuming that these are folks who have decided that this is what they want before they pass away. Or is it sometimes left up to the family in order to do some of these things?
Sometimes it is. Maybe that person had a favorite saying or a joke they said. They want that going ahead and engraved on the stone. But a lot of times people do plan this in advance and they have input about their own personal headstone.
Well, it's theirs, so they should have that input, right?
Yes, they should. There's so many ways to carve stones and some really neat granites, colors and styles, bronze as well.
Well, that's what are they made out of nowadays, Beth?
Mainly granite and bronze. We can still go ahead and create a stone out of sandstone or marble, but really those materials aren't as durable in this weather in Ohio that we have, like we have now.
Oh, we have now. There are etchings also, and we have pictures of some of those. How common is that?
It's pretty common. A lot of people want to have a portrait etched or a scene. They want to have something engraved that's very personal. That can be cast in bronze. It can be done in the stone itself in granite, or they can also have a picture or portrait that's inlaid in the stone.
And we're looking at some that are more famous, I would say, what Elvis is, and I'm not sure who else was there. But here's an example of those etchings that people have used.
There's some very funny ones there. If you take a look at some of those comedians that left a personal message, the natural boulder is really nice because some people want that rustic look, and it really personalizes their life and who they were.
But because you don't have to be famous, though, to be able to make your own statement on a headstone. And you are seeing more and more people wanting to personalize and do that.
We are, and you don't have to be famous to do that. It's really, what did your life mean to you? What did you want to say? What lasting impression do you want to make? Do you want to say something that's funny, have a joke, or maybe you want something that's more traditional? Maybe you want a scripture, whatever it is, we can help you create that.
What are some of the more funny ones that you've seen, Beth, that come to mind? Do you remember?
I don't know if you showed the image of the parking meter, the headstone, where she actually had the parking meter mounted on the granite base and it said time expired.
Right.
That is a good one. She's not a famous person. That's what she wanted. So wow. I love that one. I like the guy that said, hey, I was supposed to be 102 and be shot by a jealous husband. That one was shown. I mean, it's just what that guy
It's what they want to be remembered by.
It is.
Well, besides the funny parts, how does someone start this very serious, discussion with family and then search for that perfect headstone that says, this is who I am?
Well, you do want to start with your family. You want to talk to them about what your wants and wishes are, just like you do about your funeral service. You usually want to plan these services in advance and your stone in advance, if you can. It alleviates that burden on your family to know what you really want. Then you can call someone like us, or you can call a monument dealer and talk to them and see if your creation can really be brought to life as far as carving the stone or shaping the stone the way that you want it shaped or carved.
And are there rules and regulations from cemetery to cemetery about the size and the height and all those different things when it comes to a grave marker?
There are, and people need to be aware of that when they purchase their cemetery property. For example, if your wish is to have a headstone that's an upright stone out of the ground, you need to make sure that you look at the cemetery and talk to them about if all they allow is a flat marker, whether it be made of bronze only or granite only, maybe you don't want to purchase your cemetery property there. Every cemetery is different. They all have their own rules and regulations on size. They have rules and regulations on style and type of marker.
And I'm sure price too. There's going to be something that will be available to folks in whatever price range they can afford.
There are. You can have a stone created for as low as $300 or $400. You can have a stone created for as much as you'd like to spend, into the six figures. It's really whatever you're looking for your budget, and we can certainly help you look at your budget and tell you what options you have available.
Is there anything that you'd like to warn people about, though, in their search for the right, cemetery marker?
Really, I just tell people to be creative, think about what you really want, then go out and speak to more than one person, get more than one quote, talk to them about that, and then basically go out and be able to create that with your family. before a time. That way you're not stressed and under pressure.
And make sure you go to someone who's reputable, I'm sure, just like anything else.
Exactly.
We talked before, Beth, how different people will take advantage of those at that difficult time, and this could be another one of those if you're not careful, I guess.
Definitely, that's true.
Beth, thank you. It's nice to talk with you.
Thank you.